Welcome to the Filtration Lab in Chemistry 043. In this experiment, what you're going to do is you're going to take a solution that you're given, either the green solution or the pink solution, and you're going to mix this solution that you're given with a solution that you will prepare. You're going to take these two solutions, mix them together, and you're going to make a new substance. And this new substance will be a solid that will be in suspension in a liquid. You will separate the solid from the liquid by filtration. Some of the equipment you're going to be using in this experiment will include a filtration stand, a graduated cylinder, some beakers, filtration funnel, and some filter paper. I'll demonstrate how to set up the equipment in just a minute.
Action.
The next thing that you need to know how to do is how to fold a filter paper and to seat it in a funnel. Here's how it works. You take your long stem funnel, put it in the filter holder. Notice that the beaker that I'm dispensing into is below the bottom of the funnel. So adjust the height of the stand so that the exit of the funnel is down inside the beaker so we don't have splattering. Next, what you need to do is you get yourself filter paper. You take the filter paper and you're going to fold it in half, fold it in half again, put your finger there and open it up. It makes a little cone. Put that inside the filter funnel and then use a distilled water bottle to wet the filter paper, and it'll become all limp and assume the shape of the funnel. Make sure you have a beaker under there to catch the water. So now we've got a filter paper in the funnel. In this experiment, you can choose between using a pink solution and a green solution. The pink solution contains cobalt ions. The green solution contains nickel ions. Both solutions are poisonous. Make sure that you wash your hands very well after you finish this experiment. Now, one of the materials that you're going to be using is a material called sodium silicate. Sodium silicate is a white powder. One of the things that you're going to do in this experiment is you're going to be preparing a solution. The way you do that is you obtain a beaker, and one of the beakers you need to obtain for your lab is a glass 250 milliliter beaker. Now, the sizes of the beakers are indicated by putting a number over top of the word Pyrex. So this is a 250 ml beaker. This says 400 ml over the top of the word Pyrex. This is a 400 ml beaker. This is a 50 ml beaker because it says 50 over top of the word Pyrex. What you're going to do is you're going to take the white powder, the sodium silicate. You're going to dump it into the 250 ml beaker. Then you're going to measure out between 45.0 and 50.0 milliliters of water in a graduated cylinder. So I put some water in the graduated cylinder, and there's between 45 and 50 milliliters of water in the graduated cylinder. You need to measure the amount of water in here to 1/2 the smallest division on this scale. Look at the drawing in your lab handout to get an idea about determining that liquid level. At this point, what you need to do is get your instructor's attention, and they will confirm your reading before you proceed with the lab. After you've had your reading confirmed, you take the liquid water that you've measured into the graduated cylinder and you add it to the beaker containing the white powder, the sodium silicate. You then take a glass stir rod and dissolve up this solution.
Action.
To dispense your prepared solution from the storage container it's in, you need to use a technique called pouring down a stir rod. Notice that a beaker has a little lip on it. Okay. And that allows you to pour things easily from a beaker. The storage container does not have a little pouring lip or pouring spout. It has a round ground glass lip. To pour from here to here, you pour down a stir rod like this. Take the stir rod, put it in the center of the container into which you're dispensing, touch the lip of the container you're pouring from to the stir rod, and then just gently pour down the stir rod. You need between 20 and 25 milliliters of this prepared solution. When you're finished, tip back, leaving the stir rod touching the lip of the container. Hold it for 5 seconds. Give it another touch, and you're done. No solution will have dripped down the outside of the container. This is why we do not need gloves to handle these storage bottles, because we'll be pouring down a stir rod to transfer solutions and thus avoid spillage. When you're done, rinse your stir rod off over top of a waste beaker or in the sink.
Action, sir.
So I am using a 600 milliliter beaker as a waste beaker. This way you don't have to keep making a lot of trips to the sink, and it's safer in a crowded lab to avoid doing that. So I'm just going to rinse down the stir rod to rinse off the excess liquid.
Action.
Now, one of the things that you have to do, it's in your lab procedure, is to verify that you can read text through a solution. So you take some of the solution you've dispensed and put it on top of your lab procedure and make sure you can read through it. Then you do the same thing for the solution that you've prepared. And you might have to do this sideways because there'll be a few little bubbles on the surface. It's the nature of the solution, this particular material. It's a cleaning agent. But both of these liquids are solutions, and they are transparent. Please note that a solution can be colored yet transparent. Before filtering your heterogeneous mixture, verify that you cannot see text through the mixture. You cannot read text through the mixture. When you verify that you cannot read text through the mixture, that is an indication that this is a heterogeneous mixture and that there is a solid in suspension in a liquid. When transferring your suspension, your heterogeneous mixture, to the filter paper, remember to pour down a stir rod.